And Real Madrid have finally won at the Etihad after how many trials? But it was a good game, a game of two halves. First half, it was all Man City. I remember at the last show you said it that Real Madrid are fond of playing well in only one half. I don't know
Yes.
why is it like that. I don't know what Ancelotti told them in that second half. When the second half, when they came out, they were all over Man City, equalized
You
and.
know,
But
when
let's
I
start.
first saw,
But before
mm,
you say anything, let's start with Ancelotti's comments in the press conference. He said anybody that wins this game might end up winning the Champions League. Do you agree with him?
yeah, I agree actually because
Me,
if
I
you
don't
look
agree
at
with
it
him
from
because Man City are not in good form. The Real Madrid can win it,
yeah,
but
even
Man City.
even just like you said earlier, this is the Champions League, so anything can happen. The big guns always have the best shots towards the Champions League goal. And so far the big guns, whether we like it or not, is either Madrid or Man City. Even with the lack of consistency and form, it's still Madrid or Man City. So and when we made the draws, I think I mentioned that like we Madrid fans are not really scared of Man City. What we are scared of is the tactics that Ancelotti will use. And if you look at the game today, you see that even both sides, like the right and the left flank, the defensive flanks, I think we had so many invasions from those sides. Let me use the word invasion. If you look at the first goal, it came through Valverde, through the side of Valverde. So
Yeah.
and in as much as if when I watched the part, I was like, okay, if Lucas was playing, people would have called for his head today and say, okay, Lucas is this, Lucas is that. But so it's the whole thing. And if you look at the game, they were playing this Barcelona style of game, high line, style. So they were trying to like throw the ball behind our defense. That was what they were doing, and that's how they got the first goal. And seriously, like, let me comment on what you said. Like, any Madrid fan that watches Real Madrid will know that we are a one half team. We've been like that for the past 2 seasons, I think 2 or 3 seasons. If we play the first half well, I can guarantee you that I'm not going to play the second half well. If we play the first half, if we play shambles in the first half, then second half we're going to give in a very good performance. That is how we've always been. So and I don't know if I'm the only person that will comment on, but this penalty, like, not the foul, not the foul, not the call to the penalty, but to me, I saw it was outside. It was on the line. I don't know. Maybe
I've not really checked that one very well, but
some
but
people may look at it. It
but
was
let's
on the line, actually.
yeah, but
Yeah.
something happened after that penalty. Ancelotti subbed Ceballos, and you saw his reaction. What do you think is do you feel that is going to affect his confidence? Because I know that Ceballos has been playing well this season, but me, I
Yes.
felt
No, but
Ancelotti just made that decision too quick. Yeah, at the end of the day, Real Madrid won. But don't you think
yes,
those kind of things affect players' confidence? Because after
yes.
the penalty, you just subbed him out, and he's not making him look as okay, guy, it's your fault. That's how
Yeah,
every
I think
player is going to feel because he's going to like, school just subbed me off after this. So
yes, yes. You are right. I think to an extent, is going to. I know that that happened like some 2 matches ago. So
mm,
where Vinicius was complaining to Ancelotti that Ceballos was not giving him the ball and all that. So and then Ceballos still, many people expected that Ceballos would not start the next game, but he started eventually. So I think it's just the normal reaction. Whenever there are so many times when you sub a player, you see his reaction and all that. But and this will take me back to something that I've said and I think one of our previous podcasts, I said this thing that Ancelotti is actually harsh. Maybe I will not use the word harsh. It's actually strict on the players, on those players that are not his favorites, and he's actually lenient to his favorite players. Let's say, for example, this mistake was done by Mendy, for example. He will not sub him. He will not sub him immediately. He will not. So let's say this mistake is done by, let's say, maybe Vinicius or Mbappe or something, or Chouamini. Let's say Chouamini, for example. He will not sub him automatically. Even if we have somebody, he will not sub him. So you give him that a little bit of time, 2 or 3 or to 5 minutes before you sub him out. But whenever it's one of these, fringe players, those players that we don't normally see in our starting lineup, let's say for example, Francasia comes in or starts the game and make a mistake, you will see the reaction immediately. You will sub him out. So that's one of his issues. I think that's one of his weaknesses. We are all human beings. We tend to have, so that's one of his weaknesses. But I don't think it's going to affect. It's normal for a player to make a mistake, and when he's subbed out, you feel somehow. But I don't think it's going to affect him. And so far so good. He's one of our best midfielders. And for the fact that we don't have a right back, Valverde will keep on playing in that position. So I think Ceballos will still play
Okay,
regardless
now
of what happens. Maybe
the tie will say, okay, halftime, because it's a game of two legs. We'll say halftime
yes,
now. So and
halftime. Yes,
the second leg, you guys are going to Santiago Bernabeu, or you guys are playing at home at the Santiago Bernabeu with
at home.
3-2 lead. So finally, what do you have to say? What are you expecting in the next game? And the way I'm looking, the tie is over.
Seriously,
Real Madrid have gone to the next round. The way
no,
I'm
it's not. It's
over.
not. It's not over. It's not over actually. And my reason for saying that is that I know Ancelotti. Like I said before this game, I am scared of Ancelotti. I know him. He might, for the fact that we are leading this game with 3 goals now, or with, let's say, 1 goal. Let me use that 1 goal, because there are 2 goals, we cancel out 2 goals with 1 goal. Ancelotti might decide to, let's say, okay, let's play low block for the whole game. You understand? I don't know if you get me. So, like, he might decide that we're not even going to attack. We just defend our lead and maybe end up 0-0 or something. So, and seriously, that's what I'm scared of. If we are going to come out and play just like the way we've been playing, I'm not that kind of fan that would like, okay, I want us to play beautiful football before we win. I want us to do all sorts of things like Man City or Barcelona does before we win. No, I want the win, yes. But I don't like some certain, kind of tactics that Ancelotti normally uses, in the sense that and that is what he always does. I think in our that Champions League that we were knocked out with, is it 4 goals or something? It is returning leg. It was the same thing he played in the preceding one that we knocked them out. It was almost the same thing. It was when we were losing that we started playing out. That one that Rodrigo came in, equalized, and all that. It was when we were losing that we started playing out. So he tends to have this, now that we are leading in their home, even though there's no those away goal stuff and all that. Ancelotti might decide that we're going to play low block, and all that. So that's what I'm scared of. But overall, I think this is one of the best, I think, performance this season. And from the attitude of the players, the everything, Vinicius, I was expecting, because there's so many of our players are already on caution. Vinicius, Chouamini, I think even the coach himself. So the restraint that the players gave in this game for not, getting the cards and all that, I think that's one of the areas I'll commend, the players and the whole team entirely. And the attitude that we show after that penalty was given. If it was another team, maybe we would have just, just, okay, let's relax and take the 2-1 to Santiago. But we gave our best and we got 2 goals after. And I think that's commendable. And finally, let me say this. I was yearning towards the end of the game that Rodrigo should be subbed out. Rodrigo should be subbed out. Brahim Diaz should come in. Brahim Diaz should come in. Brahim Diaz should come in. And immediately he came in, bang, he had a goal. And he was, what do you call it? He was the catalyst to us getting the 3rd goal. So, like, there are some things that are very obvious as a fan, or let me assume as a fan of Madrid, when you see Rodrigo, yeah, he did well, but towards the end of the game, he was not in the game fully. So we needed somebody that will come in. I was like, okay, if you are not bringing Brahim Diaz, then Adegula should come in and give his best. So, like you said, this is a very good game. So let's wait and see. This is just the first half.
Yeah.
So let's wait and see how.
Thank you very much for joining me, Hamisu.
Yeah, thank you very
I'll
much.
see you next time.